Hello students, so I am Dr. Natarajan Meghanathan, your teacher for the course CSC 582 Social Network Analysis. So this course will start from June 1st and go until July 24th. So this is a completely online course. So all lectures will be video recorded and posted on the course website under the modules section for each module in the course, and all assignment exams, everything will be posted in Canvas. So everything will go do through Canvas. Okay, so now there is no required textbook for the course, kind of as a required thing, but you could buy any book you want for reference. But typically in my course, the slide itself will be self-explanatory, and I'll be posting all the slide materials in the modules section in Canvas, as well as I'll be recording videos explaining the slide and posting them in Canvas too. So that should be self-sufficient. Now, but just if you want a book, I suggest this book on analyzing social networks. So social networks is a kind of, you all know what it is. So it's a kind of complex network that could model the users as what is called the nodes, and the interactions between the users as edges. So that's how we are going to model a social network. So we are going to model it as a graph, okay, and we're going to analyze the network from a graph theoretic point of view. So the things that we will cover in this topic, in this course, have a very strong graph theoretic base. Okay, so that's why the first module I am called as graph theory fundamentals, or basic things about graph theory, and we'll build on top of it in several other modules in this course. Now, a lot of things that we'll see have applications not only for analyzing social networks. You could analyze any real world network in general. By real world network, I mean anything that you can model as a network. Okay. For example, the protein-protein interactions in your body could also be modeled as a network, and we can apply a lot of things that we'll see in this course to analyze such biological networks. Even citation networks that you see in literature, okay, which paper is citing which other paper, that such a network could be analyzed using a lot of things that we're going to cover in this course. So the materials the topics that we'll cover in this course are not only applicable to analyze social networks, they are applicable to analyze several other complex real world networks that need not be social networks. But the characteristics, some critical characteristics that you see in a social network may not be that much visible in other complex real world networks like biological networks or citation networks and so on. So there comes the difference between the different real world networks. Some properties may be very much visible in one type of network and may not be visible in the other type of networks. Or there may be like what do you call different trend, or in one network some property may its values may increase with increase in the number of users or number of nodes in the network. For some other networks it may decrease, and so on. So there are a lot of terminologies that I have put here, even in the title for the course modules, that may not be very clear right now. But as we'll go through each module, things will be very clear. So I'm not going to introduce the titles right away, but as we go through each module, we will go through in detail. Okay. Now, for the evaluation in this course, so there will be 4 exams and 3 assignments. Now, all exams will be kind of or even assignments, everything is going to be individualistic in the sense each student will have a question to work with, and or one or more questions to work with. So you will come up with the answer for the question that is allocated to you. But again, all the questions will be based on what we cover in the modules and in the videos, okay, or extensions of this that you could work on based on what we cover in the modules. So there are not going to be any programming assignments, but there could be some assignments that will you require you to use some real world tools. I could use some tools which I have myself developed or some real self developed, and I plan to also record some videos on how to use those tools, so you can look at those videos for reference and also use those tools to do the assignments. And some exams will also require you to use those tools, get some solutions and use them as part of your answer and build on top of it. Now there will be, as I said, 4 exams. Each exam is worth 17.5%, so that will add up to 70% of the course. And 3 assignments, each assignment will be worth 10%, and that will add up to 30% of the course. Now these are the tentative dates I come up with for the exams and assignments. So all exams and assignments will be due by the end of that day listed there, which is 11:59 p.m. Everything in Canvas. And these are the days to drop the course with no grade and with a W grade, June 8th and July 6th. So this is a tentative list of the kind of coverage of the topics and the corresponding course outcomes. Now I plan to post the videos pretty earlier compared to the deadline the week posted here, but at the worst case the videos will be available by these weeks, but they will be pretty much earlier than what I've put here. Okay. So since everything is going to be online and posted well before ahead of the deadline, so there are not going to be any makeup exams due to emergencies or something. So it's on you to complete the exams and submit by the deadline. Okay. Now if at all I plan to give a makeup exam, if you give a very strong documentation and reason and all these things, they'll be different and they could be relatively difficult compared to the actual exam that you missed. But this I typically do only in a classroom based course, but online we have all the time to do it really, so you really have to have a strong justification if you miss the deadline and fail to submit the exam or assignment. Now you can read the rest of the syllabus. It's just some standard things. Okay. Alright, so now how you deal with the scores, for any questions you could email me, and if at all I feel that a more detailed explanation than an email will be, of course I'll explain things in detail in the email, but if a video explanation is needed, I will probably record a video and post it so that everyone also can see in the class. And also if a one-to-one meeting online, again a virtual one-to-one meeting is needed, we could set up a time and meet in Canvas. There's a conferencing tool available in Canvas that we can use for some virtual one-to-one meetings. Okay. Alright, so email me if you have any questions, and there's a syllabus verification form that you have to fill it up and submit. You could email me back that form and also email me if you have any questions. Okay, so with this I finished the review for the syllabus, and we will start with the lectures in the subsequent videos.